Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Oh, without your brush, give it a clean. We're gonna paint a picture like the world's never seen. Come on and settle in for Tiny Peter's awesome night of art live stream. Oh, that says anal. Oh, for God. Why did no one tell me this? What the hell?
Hello everyone and welcome to another awesome night of art live stream. How you all doing? You having a good time? You having a good Monday? You having a good week? You having a good everything? I am. Yeah.
Good evening, Peter. How are you? How was your weekend? Hope you are having a nice day. Really excited for another art stream. I love when these streams happen. Thank you for the Cameo message yesterday. I really enjoyed it and left you a 5-star review. Thanks again. Big love to you, my dude.
That's a Buick as well right there. And we've got another one coming in just a sec. Oh no, yeah, that was it. That was the one. Hello and welcome to the art stream. Thank you, Stephen, for the bits. How am I? Is your first question, Stephen. Well, I've been really at war with this setup today. Now, admittedly, I started setting up later than I normally would anyway because I was doing a voiceover that took me longer than I expected. So I'd like I've not bookended. I booked out like just over half an hour to get it done, which is normally the sort of longest it takes me, and it took longer than that. So that took a while, and I was like, oh, I'm a bit late setting up for the stream, but that's fine. And then when I sat down to set up for the stream, it was bad. I knew that we'd been logged out of Twitch. I was warned in plenty of time by Cultaholic. They were, they had to borrow our setup, and they said, just so you know, you logged out of Twitch, so you need to log in. I was like, that's no problem. I'll just type the password in and log in. But for some reason, Twitch had like forgotten us and this device. So I typed in all of our details, username and password. It was like, who are you logging in on this machine? The machine that you use like 4 times a week and you're always logged into Twitch from this IP address. Why is Team TripleJump logging in from the Team TripleJump offices? That's weird. So then I had to send a verification email to our associated email address. So I was like, okay, just go and do that then, find the code for that. So then I tried to log into the email address on this computer. It was like, why is TripleJump trying to log into the TripleJump email from the TripleJump computer? That's very odd. So what we're going to do is we're going to send a verification code to an associated mobile phone number so that you can get into the email inbox. And then once I got then when you're into the email inbox, you'll be able to then get into Twitch. So I've had some hoops to jump through, got all that done, and then the camera just wasn't working. The camera was just showing a black screen. Everything's plugged in right. Everything's enabled on OBS. It was all set up as the right devices. So I've had a really fun, like half-hour delayed stream start time. So yeah, I'm really pleased and having a great time with technology. But hey, talking of having a great time with technology, that hype train is already filling up to level 3, which is very exciting. Thank you, everyone who's already got the hype going. Anyway, let me continue with Stephen's message. Hope you had a nice day. Don't get me started again. Really excited for another art stream. I love when these streams happen. Thanks for the Cameo message yesterday. I really enjoyed it and left you a 5-star review. Thanks again. Big love to you, my dude. We're all on Cameo now, boy. Did you see that at the start? We are all available to do Cameo messages for you or your loved ones. I mean, I don't know whether the other guys and girl have certain standards or a level that they will not sync to, but I will do largely anything for money. So if you want me to recite garlic and chips, if you want me to sort of do a rubbish dance, if you want me to do a cameo for you when I'm next at National Trust Castle and just show you the castle. I mean, maybe not indoors. They might find that a bit weird. But, you know, if I'm wandering around a courtyard or something, I'd probably be willing to do that. So, you know, you can head to...
Hype TTJ Spyro Peter.
You can head to triplej.merp/cameo. I suspect a mod has already put that in the chat as I've been talking about it. They've not... Whoa, that is slacking there. Big slacks from the mods. You're all fired. There we go. Lobrotovich came in with it there. Big sellout energy over here. Oh yeah, I'll sell out for anything. So message me on Cameo if you want me to give you a message in return. Whatever you like, just let me know. Whoever it's for, whether it's for you or someone else. A birthday, a wedding. I've done one for someone, got one for his fiance as well. Did one for Stephen. So it's good. Please Cameo us if you want one. Where the verb is, I don't know. Sammy, what's the name? Subscribed for 15 months now on a 5-month streak. Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing well. TYTTJ for everything you do. Walrus Clan for life. Absolutely. Thank you, Sammy, what's the name, for subscribing for 15 months. Is the background music off/very silent, says Lobrotovich. Oh yeah, no, it is off, isn't it? I think I must have disabled it on the previous art stream where we might have been listening to Oblivion or whatever, and it's clearly not been turned back on. So thank you, mods, for noticing that. Good. Stephen Skodes, thank you for gifting 2 subs, taking you up to 358 gifts to the community. They've gone to Ellie654 and Dr. Mundy. Congratulations to you two on getting a sub from Stephen. Jack Bradshaw with a subscribe as well for 30 months. Howdy, Peter. Hope you're well, my dude. As I've got uni deadlines coming up, I won't be able to do an art, but today I might have a flame or two from the film that I might share today. Oh, a frame, sorry, I just misread that really badly. I might have a frame or two from the film that I might share today as an insight into what I've been up to over the last year. Excellent. Thank you for subscribing, Jack, and best of luck finishing off and getting, meeting those deadlines. Stephen also gifted another sub to Carry the Worst. Thank you, Stephen, for gifting. Congratulations, Carry, on your new sub. Trillion Jones subscribed via Prime for 27 months and said, "Sup, tiny painter." I like that. That's good. You'll notice I'm not in my art apparel today because this morning I also had a stream-related mishap, technologically speaking, with our setup, in that I had turned on the PlayStation and it hadn't saved any of my data. I think what I did is when I played Lego Star Wars last week, I think I might have done one of those temporary logins you can do on a PlayStation where you're not adding your account to this PlayStation. You're just like logging in as that account as like a temporary measure. And so it didn't save any of my data to the machine, which is great. So it's kind of an impromptu art stream. Although we are actually due an art stream today because it's my second stream of the month. I was actually going to play a bit more Lego Star Wars before I got onto more art. But here we are doing art, but I'm not in my usual art top and apron. But then also we're not doing paint today, so it should be okay. But there you go. Tiny Painter. That's what it should say on my next apron or jumper. Alt Evolution subscribed via Prime. Hey, that's the level 2 of the hype train completed. Thank you, everyone, for contributing to that. Alt Evolution subscribed via Prime for 29 months and said 29 months. Brilliant. Thanks, Alt Evolution, for being with us all that time. That's nearly 30. 100 bits from Donaco7 saying hype, hype, hype. Spyro, TTJ Spyro Peter. Thank you, Donak. We've got, what else is here? We've got Dan Locky25 subscribed for 11 months. Last stream I'll be able to catch in full for a while, and I'm starting a new job tomorrow. Looking forward to catching the VODs. Congratulations, Dan, on your new job. It's a shame you won't be able to catch the streams, but I wish you the best with your new employment. Cofence gifted a sub. It's their first gift to the channel. Thank you very much indeed, Cofence. It's gone to Merles, and that's much appreciated. It's always nice to see new gifters as well. I mean, we've got some really prolific gifters, but then like when you see a new person come along, like, oh, I'm going to gift a sub. That's lovely. Thank you very much indeed, Cofence. So we have got in Inhalancer. Thank you for subscribing for 2 months, currently on a 2-month streak. Well, thanks for sticking with us for another month. Welcome all, and greetings, Peter. First time catching you on stream. Well, I hope I suitably butchered your name. That's the best way to first be on someone's stream, is for them to like read your username and be like, did I do that right? I don't know. Got it first time, Pete. Well, I don't remember which way I said it. Inhalancer? Was that how I did it first? Or did I do inhalancer? Like the word inhaler? Put hail or hal in the chat and I will know. And then I will forget, and we'll do this again next week or whatever. So I'm going to start, I think, with last month's gallery. That would be fine. First one. I keep forgetting which the first one is, so that doesn't help. You need to type it. Hal. Oh, there you go. You said it. Okay, fine. Thank you. Cool. Though it's based on the word inhaler. Okay, it's based on the word inhaler, but it's Hal. Inhalancer. Nailed it. I will forget. Thank you very much for the clarification. So, we'll start, I think, with last week's gallery, shall we? I'm going to head to Twitter, and I am going to... Cameron J. Keywood. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, good. I'm having a really good stream today, aren't I? This is like the best stream. There we go. I've got it. Apologies, everyone. Here it is. Now you can see it. You've got it. Lobrotovic versus Peter Austin. Lobrontovic versus Peter Razor Austin. Good. We've got Cameron J. Keywood's bird. Very beautiful. Not art, but, well, the art of nature or something. This is by Eden and Pops. It's by Eden, I think. This is incredible. This is a little Detective Billy. I love it. Eden is just getting better and better and better at art every day. Donna Chapman with another Detective Billy. It's wonderful. Yeah. It's charming. Yeah.
Seems everything is going a bit Pete Tong.
It is.
See what I did there?
Peter Austin.
TTJ Nerd Peter Slide. TTJ Nerd Peter Slide.
Co-Fence, thank you for the 100 bits. It is going wrong, but we'll get through it, won't we, in the end. Some Necromunda Ash Waste minis using Eldar Rangers and many bits. Well, there you go. Deadeye Minis making some minis. We've got a birthday thing for me here. Is that Legs? I think it is this Legs, isn't it? That's by Stephen. It's a birthday card, in fact. Thank you very much, Stephen, for that. And here we go. That's one of the panels by GUI Goliath. We kind of came up with a fight scene. It's all available in my pinned tweet. We finished the Billy Ray files, so that's what this was. Some people were doing just pictures of Billy, but we had a few people doing the last few panels of the Billy Ray files, which is a community comic we've been doing together, page by page. People are adding their own little bit of the story. And if you go to my pinned tweet at that Peter Austin, you'll be able to see the full thing. That's GUI Goliath there. I could have been a lot better. NFT. Fergus Jeffs with a Billy NFT there. Very good. We've got a panel here by Lobrotovic. It's brilliant. Rope hat. I like it. And another one here by Carrie, which Carrie actually redrew. We'll see that in a little bit, but there's the original version with time constraints. I think that's brilliant. And Carrie, everyone's their own worst critic, and Carrie thought, no, I can do better. How are we doing? Joe Blank with a very gritty looking Billy there. This could almost be the cover art for the comic, couldn't it? That's great. Big fan of that. Looks real gritty. Here's another set of panels, a page by Mr. Black. It's very good. We had the team of rules bosses versus the team of walruses. It was brilliant. This is by Becky Fordham. It's a picture of just Billy Ray Walrus in his usual look, rather than as a detective. This is him out of work. This is wonderful by Charlie Von Karma. Look at this. I mean, remember, like, people did all these in a short space of time, like the space of, I don't know, an hour, maybe less, maybe a bit more, but about an hour. I know it's a 2-hour stream, but we didn't spend the whole time doing Billy art. Now let's kick some wall ass. Amazing stuff, Charlie Von Karma there. This is the post-credit scene by Nine Inch Nail Tech, Online Sphinx. This was great. This was an unexpected addition, but it's like the dun 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 kind of open ending. That was cool. We had this from Trials of Life. The final page from Pup George, apologies for the truly awful art, I don't know what I was thinking, volunteering. So we had all the Billy hats and like a kind of final shot of everyone, which was brilliant. Big fan of that. Here are all the rules bosses, like an army of them. This one was by Jennykin. It was amazing. Here's the Carrie's redrawn one. We had this panel added in the middle. That's great. Love it. And then we've since had this. So this is by Garrett, who regularly does Hombot stories. A surprising occurrence. Freeze! Unhand that teenager. Put your hands in the air. Beep. Officers, this employee refuses to make any oil donuts. Beep. You're coming with us, sir. Watching the 10 o'clock news. Breaking news. Man arrested at local donut shop over oil donuts. No sign of Hombot there. Unless maybe he's been like faintly added in through the window. But yeah, Garrett does some great Hombot things. And then look at this, Donna Chapman. I saw this morning. Donna Chapman has done a side-by-side. Since the hashtag TJ Art Streams, I've started to draw more. The first Spyro is from the first art stream. The second I drew today. Still not perfect, but it's improvement, I think. Well, that's amazing. I love that you feel you've started to draw more as a result of the streams, and that you've come from this to this. Yeah. I'd say that's definitely an improvement.
On the few occasions I've managed to make a live stream in my time zone, I am always left smiling. Watch your content every day, and big love to the whole Walrus clan less than 3.
Inhalansar83, thank you very much for the kind words and for the bits. I'm glad that you enjoy our stuff, even when it goes really wrong like this all the time. That's brilliant. Yeah, look at this artwork. We've got the side-by-side. Now that, when I say that this is an improvement over that, I still couldn't do that. So that's not me saying this is bad, but this is great. You've got a lot more kind of anatomy going on there, like anatomically correct going on there. Big fan of that. That's brilliant stuff. And here's today's thumbnail. We've also had these from Cameron J. Keywood, some custom Worst Games Ever thumbnails of games I've made as part of my undergrad. Oh wow, okay. So we've got Think Outside the Box, Undead Savior, Every Step You Take, and Army Men Mobile Infantry. Objective, find the portal box. Nice. Hopefully you're not implying that your work is the worst, your games are the worst games ever. I think it's just a way to display them, right? That's all. Because I will not accept the self-deprecation. And Jack has sent this in. Here's an insight into what I've been doing over the past year. Frames from my final year project Siblings. Oh, look at this. It's kind of got big anime eyes. Oh, nice lighting. I like that. Ah, beautiful. Wow, you've been working hard. You've been working very hard. That looks good, Jack. Big fan of that. It's been a lot of fun to work on. I can't wait to share the film with you all in June. Brilliant. TJ Art, the song, not the vid. Lol. Can I play this? This isn't licensed music, is it? What is this? Online Sphinx, if you're in the chat, I need confirmation. Hang on, I can mute desktop audio so you guys can't hear it while I test it. Oh, Satin Sphinx in the chat says, yeah, I wrote the song. Okay, cool. Let's have it. It's quite loud for me, so I'm just going to start low and fade up. Restarted. Nice. Sounds good. Man, I wish I could do stuff like that. There we go. Nice work there, Online Sphinx. Big fan of that. I also like the actual video, but yeah, I know that you're showcasing the song. Also this. It's a Green Goblin Excellent. Big fan of that as well. That's really nicely done. He's got his pumpkin bomb. He's looking green and goblin-ish. And Stephen has coloured in the card as well. Peter Austin, happy birthday. Is this Legs? It says stuff on the present. Spyro, Star Wars, and Holy War, and Orcs Must Die. Yeah, that's right. I remember that now. 10th of April, 2022. Fantastic. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
There we go.
Also, related to my final year project, I just want to give a shout out to one of the many music masters in the Walrus clan, Ben Cooper. The music he did for the film was amazing. Anyway, time I get back to work. Have fun arting, guys.
Oh, nice.
D.
We've got some Walrus Clan collaboration going on there with people doing music together in the Walrus Clan. That's great. Love that. I am doing art today, and I'm going to use Photoshop because I don't have anything to cover myself with. I was tempted to do it with Canvas today, but yeah, I didn't think I'd be doing art when I came in, so I'm not dressed appropriately for the occasion. But what I'm going to be doing today, and I welcome you all to join in, is I want to do some upside down art. So, you know, I'm going to be doing like this. But better. And then at the end, I'll flip it round. Hello, Photoshop. And we'll see how good or bad it looks. Obviously, doing a stickman is relatively easy upside down, but trying to do something with like proportions and facial features and things might prove a little trickier. And I think it could be amusing to reverse it at the end and see just how rubbish it may or may not look. So what I'm going to do is maybe get a picture of, I don't know, some kind of famous art. I'm going to use the Mona Lisa on the thumbnail. We could maybe use that. Can I pull her in there? No, not allowed to do that. I have to like save the image. Pop it in the downloads. Save it there, and then. Oh, it's saved as a flipping WebP image. Why? Why does that exist? Whoever invented WebP as a file format needs to go to computer hell. I can save it as a JPEG. Okay, good. It's a big file. I don't know if this is affecting the stream. My computer's working hard to get this downloaded. It's got a lot of pixels. In fact, that I don't like the idea of opening this in Photoshop. It might not like it. Oh, let me immediately resize this image size. There we go. God, it's still big. That's full scale. That. So that. Oh, jeez. Okay. But anyway, if we now pull that out, yeah, you can do that, can't you, in Photoshop? Good. So I'm going to try and do this, but I'm going to draw it upside down. And we're going to see how it comes out. I probably I can get a narrower canvas, can't I, if I want to go for something similar. So, canvas size. I mean, that's the size of the original image, but even if I knock, well, that's all right. Yeah, fine. Oh, actually, no. Wait, what? Oh, right. I see. Yeah, canvas size. What was it, like 2000 by 1400 or something? Oh, it's got bigger, but that's fine. Good. So Brilliant. This is what we want. So, right. Get rid of that. And then maybe just put a big white background in. So, draw along at home if you like. Choose your own source image. Don't necessarily have to do the Mona Lisa. It's just a famous bit of artwork I thought that I could, butcher. But try drawing upside down, and then we'll see what it looks like when we turn it the right way up at the end. So, let's get a nice big pen. I immediately nearly did that, but that's not what we're doing here. We're doing it this way. See, I'm already thinking am I mirroring it or not? Should I? What would this look like if it was just rotated? Everything on her right would be, or everything on my right basically would be on my left. Okay. Right, let's do it like that. Just a rotational flip. So we'll sort of come up her back like that. And there's her head. And then down the front of her shoulder, and then her arm goes like that. Something like that. Along the bottom, she's got this hand. And then she's got another hand clasped over the top. She's sort of wearing mittens, but that's fine. Does that go up like that? I don't even know what's happening here. This is the challenge. I struggle enough anatomically with things that are the correct orientation. Now I don't even know which arm goes where and what way round stuff should be. So I think we'll definitely have the desired effect of stuff just not looking right at all. I think her thumb would be there, but I don't know, to be frank. Oh, I don't like this already. I really don't like it at all. So then she has got some fringe down here. She's got less fringe here. That goes quite thin and then comes out like this. I think this is more straight and goes down her to a sort of shoulder band there. Which then kind of goes down like that for some reason. And then around here, oh, it's so confusing. This is way harder than I thought it would be. I'm literally just looking at this as a guide of lines rather than as a human being. And equally this is not a human being. This is I'm just drawing one thing in relation to another. And it's really confusing. I'm going to get rid of that for now, and I'm just going to draw her neckline. So something like that. Man, this is really difficult. What goes where? What is going on? What have I drawn? I don't know what is happening. That maybe? Then just that's kind of where her cleavage is. I'm not being crude. I'm just saying that's sort of where it is. I can't tell if I've just done like the most low-cut top in the world or if that's fine. Bit more hair maybe. just to hide her shame. Hey, she needn't be ashamed. Right. Wow, I can't believe how hard this is. Not saying I expected to be able to just draw someone upside down, least of all the Mona Lisa, but like... Jeez, it's not good. We had some, I think I might have missed some stuff actually earlier. Had 100 bits from Jack. Oh yeah, who said about the music? So thanks for the bits, Jack. And yeah, I like the collaboration that's happening. Inalancer, thank you for your bits. And I addressed that one. I think I am caught up actually. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I've given her way too much hair down one side, but fine. No, I can't. I do have to get rid of this because there's no room for a flipping face at this point. There we go. Okay, so now eyes. She's got quite deep set eyes. Okay. And her brows come up like that. This looks phallic, but let's not worry about that at all. See, I can't even think like which orientation to do her eyelids and stuff. Like, it's really confusing. So I see her looking to the right. So from this angle, they need to be looking to the left. So they need to be like kind of facing that way. Like the irises are facing that way. But then I put the pupils. I think that's probably going to look really, really haunting. I mean, even upside down, it doesn't look good. But yeah, I like it. And then, of course, one of the most famous smiles in the world, or not smiles, that's the whole point. I feel like I would never be able to replicate no one would be able to replicate the expression of the Mona Lisa the right way up, but maybe by doing it upside down, it's really easy, and it's as easy as that. Do you think I've absolutely nailed it there? And then like a bit of a chin. Cool, and I'll throw some shading in there in a bit. Good. Well, so then she's got kind of some business going on here. She's got like wraps kind of around her arm there. I don't know, she's got a lot of layers going on. She's got an awful lot of clothing. She just looks too warm. Just kind of making it up at this point. I'm not even trying to be accurate. I don't know, something like that as well. I've given her a pair of braces. That's fine. Good. So I'm going to colour it in. I don't always do that with these drawings, but normally I just throw a bit of shading on. But I think I will in this case. Do I need to do anything with her neck? Maybe that. She's going to look so bad. So so bad. Oh, no, don't do that. What is that button that I've just done? Good God, didn't know that was even an option. I mean, that is literally the option that I require today, but I did not know that that was a thing. Wow. You learn something new every day, live on the internet. It can be a bit more like that. Can you tell that I don't care as much anymore? About how accurate it is. Can you tell that? Good. That is, you know, the perfect Mona Lisa outline there. That's what we've achieved. The perfect outline of the Mona Lisa. I hope you've all achieved something similar at home. It's like a photograph, says Pup George. Whoa, I can't tell which one is the original and which is your drawing. Is this the Mona Lisa, says TRG. Yeah. Who's to say Leonardo didn't paint her upside down? That's the question. Yeah, good. Excellent. Right, let's get her coloured in. If you're happy with it, you could pass it off as a caricature, says Forgotten Media. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. So, I might just lift some colours from here. Not in a cheaty way, but just because I can't be bothered mixing them myself. So, if I do a layer behind there, this can be her hair colour. Just going to go with some like block colours for now, and then I'll like add a bit of just black, like transparent black shading afterwards. But for now, this is what we'll do. Turn my smoothing off for colouring. So who is doing an upside down drawing at home? That's what I want to know. Let me know in the chat, and let me know what medium you're using, whether you're doing something digital like me with Photoshop or MS Paint or something, or if you're doing a real physical drawing. I'd be very interested to know. So a bit of, I don't know. I don't want anything too pale. Then maybe that one will do. No, this one. So, skin. Yeah, that's, well, it'll do. I'm not faffing around trying to get the perfect colour. I'm drawing with Flash as usual, says Mr. Black. I'm using pencil, it's difficult, says Donak. I should find that dusty notebook, says Inalancer. My medium is trash by the looks of things, says Lobrotovich. Batman fan Drew is stepping away. Well, hopefully he'll be back by the end, but see you later for now. Stephen's using a pencil. I'm doing what you're doing, Zeli Pramana. I'm drawing upside down art in my sketchbook, says Stephen. I'm reading the chat backwards here, which is not a good idea. Can't wait to see it the other way, says Prep Stuff. Me neither. This... What does that say? What? Oh, you've written it backwards as well. The Mona Lisa. Oh, I guess you've not written it backwards. You've just, yeah, I don't know. You've like flipped it. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, how exciting. Cool. Glad to hear that a few of you are drawing along at home upside down. I wonder whether when people post stuff, whether they should post it upside down or the right way up. Maybe both. For those of you who can, please post 2 images on your hashtag TJArt submission today, showing it the right way up and upside down. That would be ideal. I'll just colour her lips in. Just throw a bit of shade on them later. Throw some shade. So, I'm fascinated to see how low cut her top is, because I can't work out whether I've really just degraded this woman, or it's possibly a self-portrait of Da Vinci, isn't it? Isn't that what some people say? Can't tell if I've just given her like the lowest top in the world, or if maybe I've done it right. No idea. I'm just going to erase a bit of that. Oh, and it's revealed. Yeah. And I'm going to... Am I done with the skin colour? Her flesh tone? I'm going to quickly grab a black pen and just draw some crude finger lines in. She looks like a Simpson, except she's got more fingers than a Simpson, so she doesn't actually look like a Simpson at all. Something like that. I don't know. It's better than not, isn't it? So then she's got kind of more orangey brown. Oh, you can. I didn't realise you could do that. Just let go when you've got the colour you wanted. That's good. Yeah, slightly more golden brown arms. Golden brown. Texture like sun. We've got sniper music playing at the moment, but I could throw on some other kind of music. But I normally play video game music. Have you guys seen or heard what's happened with the Spyro music this week? It's a real shame. I've been really looking forward to the fact that Stuart Copeland, the composer of that music, has been saying, I'm going to add it on Spotify and YouTube Music, if you listen to that, and like iTunes. People are really excited, like, oh hell yeah, I can listen to Spyro on the go. I was keen. I'm a Spotify user. And it took them a while to get it done. In fact, the first date that it was supposed to come out was April Fool's Day, so everyone was like, was that just a really cruel April Fool's joke? I was like, no, it wasn't. It was like a genuine, like something happened. Anyway, they finally got it sorted. There were like technical issues. It got delayed twice actually, but I'm gonna try and do some slightly more detailed. Better or worse? Might be worse. There we go. That'll do. Anyway, in the end, turns out that now that the music is all on Spotify and YouTube and iTunes and stuff, now people are getting copyright strikes for playing Spyro. Just playing Spyro games on YouTube, like old videos that people have had up for a long time. We might have even had one, in fact. I think I would have heard about it today if we had, but I don't think they've got round to everyone yet. But yeah, so now, because the music is like, it's quote unquote real music because it's on Spotify and iTunes. So now people are getting matches, content ID, which is bad news. So now if you stream or play or do a video of Spyro on YouTube, you can end up getting a match, and it's completely unmonetizable. It's not, I don't think anyone's getting like strikes on their channel, which is way worse. Because if you get 3 strikes, they just delete your channel without asking questions. But yeah, it's not good. It's not good that that's happening. And I'm sure that wasn't Stuart Copeland's intention. He wasn't like, oh, I'm sick of all these people playing Spyro games with my music and me not getting any money.
420 BBBB blazed my dude's Lord 16 dab.
Is that time
what
already?
Do you need for paintings? That's right, colors. Here are some colorful jokes.
Yes.
What bird is always sad? The blue jay. Ha ha ha.
The blue jay.
What is the color of the wind? Blue. Hi. How
Blue.
can you tell which rabbits are getting old? Look for the gray hairs. Ho ho ho.
Like that.
What kind of ant can you color with? A crayon. Ha ooh, ooh.
A crayon.
What is a cat's favorite color? Purple. Hi hoo. What is a pig's favorite color? Mahogany. Ho hoo.
Mahogany.
Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
B art B upside down B art stream B blazed.
Whoa, that was intense. Thank you to Steven Skodes for 100 bits there and for BBBB blazing it, and also to Lob Brotovich for BBB blazing it, and for some excellent jokes. I like how the first two basically are just the same punchline almost. It's good. Lolly Llama subscribed via Prime for 29 months. Wow, it looks just like her, doesn't it? Doesn't it? You're absolutely right. Blaze it, everyone. It's the sex number. That means I've been streaming for nearly an hour. Normally that comes after an hour and 20, but I started at about past today, I think. So got plenty of time to get some beautiful artwork done. Just sort of pulling random shades, because obviously like there's individual pixels in there of all kinds of different colors, and I'm just like, whichever one my cursor happens to be on is the one that we're using. Like that's come out a little bit purpley, but I kind of like it. It's nice. I'll just throw some down here as well. Don't really know where.
BBBBBBBBBB blazed my dudes etc.
Where this
An hour
belongs.
early in the down under, but time to blaze with the crew nevertheless. Let's see
Absolutely.
how she manages that one. Less than 3 love to all. Blaze on smile.
Innerlands, so thank you very much for BBBBB blazing it an hour early in the down under, but time to blaze with the crew nevertheless. So is it? Wait, is it like 3:20 in the morning over there now? Wow, that's wild. Thanks for joining us from the down under. Yeah, let's have that. It is kind of satisfying colouring in like this. I do like it. Remember people saying that they quite liked watching me do it as well. A previous stream, I was like, are you guys bored? Do you like watching me colour in? And some people were like, hell yeah. You go, TP, you colour. Although, that is a very similar shade to the various things around it. And actually, on her arm, she's quite dark. She's got a lot of like shadow and stuff, so maybe something more like, I mean, that'll do. That's just a different colour, so I'll take any different colour right now. You get to watch me colour this in all over again, which is nice. Yes, it is that time over there. Oh, wow. Oh, it's okay. I'll leave it to the catters to look it up themselves. Ex-hatters. What? Oh, chatters. I see. Yeah, no, I'll use the same colour over here. I like the palette we've got going on here, if nothing else. If absolutely nothing else. I still need to do a bit of shading, which I'll do at some point. I might just also throw this colour down here, because it's quite nice. It's a bit different to everything else I've put on here. So shove that on there. And we're done colouring, pretty much. I'm just going to erase those lines. And do a bit of that sort of thing. There we go. That's fine. And that's going to bother me as well if I don't cover that up. So good. So now I'm going to get another layer, and just as a test, let me just draw that there. And then how pale do we want this? Maybe about that. Okay. Now what was that? 31. Okay, so, and I might just soften it a bit as well, so that it's got, yeah, a gentler edge. That's nice. So I'm just going to add like bits of shading. Down one side of the nose, maybe. Maybe it should be the other side, but I feel like her nose, I've done it going a certain way, so. A little bit under the nose. And just colour the lips in entirely. Bit of shade there. Kind of making this up. Like, again, it's even harder to know whether should and shouldn't be shade when it's upside down, but sure, whatever. That'll do. There and there. There. No, don't want it on both sides. That looks silly. Wouldn't want it to look silly, would I? That'd be really embarrassing if it looks silly. Okay, that might be it. I might be happy with that. I also might not, especially when I turn it over. Turn it round the right way, but that might be all I'm doing for now. I think I'm ready to reveal ML herself. So if I don't think I even have to merge the layers. I can just select them all. The big reveal, everyone. Here is how she looks. Oh no, that's worse. That's way worse than I thought. Oh, and what's going on? Why has she got like such a big arm and then such a small one? Oh, everything's like, oh God, That is so much worse than I expected. No. Lisa. Like, her face is facing that way, but the way that I've put her hair looks like her expression should be facing the other way. Do you know what I mean? Like, her hair is cascading. It's like her head is facing over here, but her face is facing over here. And that is really bad. And then she's got this tiny arm and then this massive one that comes all the way down here. Oh, God. Oh. I mean, that, in a sense, has gone exactly the way. I don't know what all this bulge is here as well. What is happening? That has kind of gone the way I wanted it to, in the sense that I thought doing upside-down paintings would be chaotic in this sense, and it has been suitably chaotic. But, wow. I feel unwell. I feel like I've desecrated a much-loved piece of art. Especially if this used to be a real woman. I mean, again, it's you know, some people talk about whether it was actually a self-portrait by Da Vinci. But if this was a real person, I think maybe, or is it known to be a real? Like, is there no question that it was a real person, but he may have also injected some of himself into her, as it were. Sounds dodgy. Yeah. Anyway, if this was indeed a real lady, I feel terrible for having done this to her. But hey, there we go. That's upside down drawing for you. Her top is just about not too low. I mean, it's lower than hers, than the real one, but it's not like I've not accidentally like put it down here. Do you know what I mean? So any lower and that would be real bad. But yeah, wow. So good. We've got about an hour left of the stream, so I'm gonna pull up another piece of famous art. Maybe people in the chat could have a little vote about, you know, it should be maybe something famous. So we could have like Girl with the Pearl Earring, The Scream, which might not actually come out looking as bad as it should, because I think I should probably be trying to draw like a real anatomical thing. What's the one? What's the Gothic something? American Gothic. Maybe we should do American Gothic. That could be good, bad. American Gothic. I think we'll probably do that, actually. Yeah, I'll pull that up. Some of you might not know what that is by name, but you'll have seen it, I think, probably. So let me download it as just anything but a WebP. Pull it in here. There it is. There's American Gothic. No, I don't want it as a layer like that. I want it as its own project like that, and then we pull that out. There we go. So save this, because obviously I wouldn't want this lost, would I? Mona art. Mona the vampire. And then I'll do file, new. No, can I not do new? That's fun. Why can't I? Hello? Is there a dialog? Oh, there is a dialog box open over here. Yes. I don't know, maybe like 1500 tall, something like that. That's it's a bit narrow, that. Canvas size. I should know all these shortcuts, but I don't. Canvas size. No, I'm on the wrong flipping file now. Wrong project. There we go. Image, canvas size. Make it wider. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so the trick here will be remembering which person is on which side. I don't want to get halfway through and suddenly switch. Start drawing the man on one side and the lady on the other. Right, so I've now just got the Moan of the Vampire theme tune in my head, and I don't... Well, I was about to say I don't like it. I do like it. It's a good theme tune, but I don't need it right now. So you don't see the edge of her shoulders. She just comes in here at quite a sharp angle. Tall neck, tall head. Not really drawn enough of her there. Then he's quite broad-shouldered. And from the point that they intersect, he comes up a ways. Let me move this down a bit. No, I don't like that. So he comes up diagonally. Right, he comes up sharply, then his shoulders broaden out, then his head starts. It's difficult. That's kind of it. You also don't actually see the side of his shoulders, so what I'm going to do is that. Well, I might just erase this off first so that it's not, just so I know it's gone. But yeah, then something like that, maybe. I might throw a bit of extra canvas on here as well, actually make it a little bit taller. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. Let me just do that. Because that should maybe be stretched taller, but I still need room for their excellent pitchfork. His head is a good shape, as in it's terrible and we're going to be shocked and appalled by it later on. But that's sort of the game we're playing, really. Also, these shoulders, they're good, aren't they? That it like he comes up like that and then he goes off down like that. There we go. That'll do. So his neck line is like that. And there's another little bit of like collar. Closed my chat by accident when I went looking for the source image. Then he's got a jacket coming down and he's in front of her, so I need to do the edge of his body. Okay. He's got a bit of shirt and then it switches to what looks like denim. Denim! Get yourself an outfit. It's kind of a weird, like, vertical seam going on here. It looks slightly phallic, but it's fine. It'll be coloured in blue at some point. No, I'm going to get rid of that, otherwise it's going to look bad. Maybe I'll just have it actually intersect with this bit. It's all going to be blue though, so should be fine. Whereas this lady has a collar, which actually meets in the middle like that. I've given her the biggest collar in the world there. No one has had a bigger collar. Something like that, kind of. It's difficult to do some of these things upside down. Like it's weird, like the things that throw you off. Yeah, I guess. And then she's got like a thing coming around there. And that's her dress. And then you are actually supposed to be able to see her arm and like a bit of a shoulder strap and stuff, but I don't really have room on mine for that, but that's okay. And then it's just kind of dress all the way down, as Terry Pratchett once said. So that's fine. Now it's time for this man's hand and his pitchfork. So he's got a thumb coming down on top like that. Oh, I've still got a slightly feathered brush here. It's a bit late to change it, but you can see I've got like soft edges, and then when I erase, it's erasing with hard edges, but never mind. So sort of like that. And then we've got the pitchfork, which comes out of his hand. I might do mine slightly skew with. Just because I think if I do it too straight, it was just going to get confused with various other unidentifiable vertical lines that are all over this picture. So there we go. That's come out less bad than I thought it would. I might as well just feather my brush, my eraser brush, the same as with everything else. Okay, there we go. Hope you're all having a nice Zen time. Peter, I was meaning to ask this. How come you and Ben don't have the box art on the table for the worst games ever anymore? We just decided that it was just one less thing to do. Well, so it started with basically started with lockdown. Is that we weren't in the office and therefore we didn't have access to the box arts. And then it was a case of when we finally got back from lockdown and we were working in the office again, we were like, oh, should we, we'll do, we'll be able to get the box arts back. And then we just thought, well, it's just one less thing to do for setup, And occasionally we would have like green box art and that would need keying out, or it wouldn't need keying out, it would key out when we're using the background, the green screen. So we just thought, hey, it's easier. So we still use the boxes. So basically, the people say, like, what's the point in, like, when I say people, I mean like cynical people who aren't really regular viewers and don't care much about our channel. They just come along and be negative and then go. But we've had like negative Nancys, apologies to anyone called Nancy, coming in like the chat and stuff saying, what's the point in like people sending you the game if you're then just going to emulate it and not like use the disc in the computer? Well, 2 reasons. Number 1, or 3 reasons, or maybe more. We'll see how long this list gets. Number 1, we don't have a disk drive on our computer because computers don't come with disk drives anymore. So we'd have to invest in a disk drive to start with. And if you get like an external USB one, they're really noisy. I used to have one. They're like really loud. So we don't have a disk drive. Number 2, even if we did have a disk drive, some consoles, we would basically... What the alternative would be is like, well, use it in a console then. If you don't have a disk drive, use the disc in the console of choice and then capture from there. Well, that makes it way harder to like set up recording videos because we need like a new console all the time. Some consoles are really difficult to capture from, but then on the other hand, some are really difficult to emulate. So there's like, from console to console, it varies. And then thirdly, another reason for people to be sending in games, even if we're not going to like use them in that way, is that strictly speaking, it's illegal to emulate a game that you don't have a copy for. And we're running a business here. We have to do things by the book. And so if we're publicly making it very clear that we're emulating a video game, it needs to be something that we physically own, that we could technically put into a disk drive and play. Yeah, like I know, obviously everyone who's emulating games is playing very fast and loose with the law, and like it's not really something that's policed, but we're running a business, so that's another reason why we need to have copies of the game even though we're emulating. And number 4, we still like to sign those boxes of bad games and send them to people as a Patreon reward. So although it's it might not be one that you've seen on screen in an episode, it's still, you are getting a copy of an infamously bad video game that has been signed by us as part of your Patreon reward. So hopefully those various reasons make a bit of sense as to why we have the games but we don't show them anymore. The reason we don't show them anymore is because it's just like less faff. But the reason we've never used them at all in terms of playing the game, and we emulate instead. That's why we do that. So yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna use some ears on this man. And we're gonna go up. Like that. And oops. Like that. This lady's hair, I see it on the left, so it needs to be on the right. Something like that. Let's hopefully not have the same issue that we had with Mona. That's about right. And then she's got kind of angry eyes, so I'm gonna... Oh no, that looks like it's gonna come out really badly. She looks like Mrs. Tweedy from Chicken Run. And she's kind of frowning. She's got a kind of frown line down there as well. Or like that. This man is a bit more straight on. He's got great big bushy eyebrows. Well, he's wearing glasses, isn't he? So I might do some smallish eyes so that I've got room to fit his glasses round. Which, you know, all good artists work that way. They're like, oh, well, I best just like not do it the way it's supposed to be, just because otherwise I won't have room for the other thing. So those are his eyes, and then I might be a little bit tricksy here, and what I'm going to do is actually, because I want an outline around them, right, I'll do them later. I think I know what I'm going to do, but for now, I'm not going to do his eyebrows. He's then got like I mean, I kind of like that, but let me do it properly. So he's kind of frowning, which from this perspective needs to be like he's smiling. I'm concerned. I'm worried about how these are going to come out. Could be really good. Could be really bad. So I'm almost ready to color in. So let me grab a American Gothic skin tone from this man. And let's get painting. Oh, that's not right. How did that happen? Oh, right, it's because I'm clicking into the picture with the eyedrop tool. That's why I need to do it like that. Okay, good. No. Let's get rid of this hardness, softness. No. Yes. He scares me. Sorry, TP, says Lolly Llama. I mean, yeah, we can't even see him the right way up yet, and he scares me a bit. In fact, I need to... Or just while hang on, I'll do the face first. I'll colour this in. Colour it all in. I might do what I did last time, just colour in his lips in skin tone and then just shade them at the end. Well, this is easy. It's just all one colour. Easy. His hair is just sort of dark grey. So what I was thinking before is I kind of want to do, I don't know what the technical term is. I used to know the word for this, but just draw his thing in. You know, like his nose line. Make him look like some sort of mammal. Well, he is a mammal, but do you know what I mean? Some sort of non-human mammal. So, oh, did I draw that on the? Yeah, I did. I don't want to do that. To draw it on the line layer. Peter, I'm scared to turn my picture around, says Lobrotovich. You should be. You should be. Everyone should be terrified to turn their pictures around. I'm going to choose my own colour this time. There we go. Bit of grey. Get that in there. Good. He looks terrifying. Suitably so. What I'll do now is what I was talking about before. So on top of this layer, I'm going to be a little bit cheeky here. And I'm going to say, let me just draw a test line there. If I go to layer and choose stroke, that means I can make it draw an outline around whatever it is that I am drawing. So if I do that, I just erase that now. It means I can draw some glasses, and I know that I just don't have to like faff around like erasing bits of black and drawing more bits of black in. If I just choose the glasses colour, I might just keep this grey. Oh, that's not worked. Why has that not worked? Am I on the eraser still? Yeah, okay. There you go, see? It's done the outline for me. Oh, that's going to be really bad. That is going to be horrid. Okay, good. So that's white. That's meant to be white. I want a bit of sort of denim, blue. Oh, see, this isn't even blue when you look at it. There's hardly any blue in there. It's all grey. But our brains, you see, they work it out themselves. They're like, no, that's denim blue. I know denim, and that's denim. Denim. No, don't. Oh, flip me. God's sake. Keep trying to click back into the picture while I've still got the eyedrop tool enabled. There we go. So the denim starts here. How are we doing for time? We're coming up on what would be the end of the stream on the hour, but that's good because it means we've got about half an hour left, which leaves me enough time to finish this picture and then look at all your delights on the hashtag. So remember, hashtag TJArt if you want to submit your horrifying upside down picture. Preferably, give me a tweet with 2 pictures side by side. One the right way up and one upside down. I don't mind which way around you do it. I might even have to have a 2-minute break in a minute, or maybe around the time that I'm requesting people to send their stuff to the hashtag, so that I can go pee. Because I spent that much time setting up the stream when I didn't think I would need to, that by the time I got the stream running, I just hit live. I just went, yeah, go live, without a pre-stream stream, as it were, a P-stream. So I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where I need to whiz. But I'll be all right. Doing my own colours again here. I want a very dark blue. Yeah, that'll do it. I've just realised that obviously there's a background in this picture. There's also one in the Mona Lisa, but I don't think I'm going to concern myself with the backgrounds in this case. Or in either case is what I mean, in today's stream. Sometimes I do backgrounds, but... Oh, I'm really going outside the lines here. That's bad. Oh, yes. Very good. Wonderful. Well, so he's got like a wooden handle. Can science explain why I can see like a nice warm woody colour there and like none of the individual pixels are that warm woody colour? Science can't explain it. No one will ever know how that works. I do understand how that works scientifically, but I still refuse to sort of believe that is a real thing. Good. I'm going to make my own colour here. This is the colour that a pitchfork should be. I don't care what colour his is. Focused all my attention on him for colouring in at the moment, but I've still got his lovely wife to colour in. It's a very bleak picture, isn't it? I know it's called American Gothic, so it's probably supposed to be, but I think if it wasn't called American Gothic, it would feel slightly less horrid than it does, to be honest. Okay, that's good. I've not even done her eyes. Don't change anything about her face, please. It's perfect. Okay, I promise. Just need to... Okay. I really like this nose. I like this sort of Aardman nose. That's going to be great. So she's quite pale. Ah, so pale. She's got a bit less colour in her cheeks than her dear husband. I imagine he spends all his time outside just pitchforking stuff. I don't know, she's paler than that. She's sort of suitably grey, but she needs to be lighter. Yeah, that's right. Just really unwell looking. I love and hate this, which is something I say quite often in my art streams. I think it's the sign of... She looks undead. Oh my god, what have I done to her? Next to him, look at that. It's like he's used the pitchfork to exhume her remains. Ah. Let's colour those eyelids in. You wouldn't want it to look weird. There we go. Some skin. And then she's sort of blonde, but... Yeah, like that. Very good, very good. I'll just do that same colour in there. And then... that in here. And the trim is white, and then she's got a kind of a ready brack. She's got like a... Come on, give me a slightly warmer tone somewhere. Fine, I'll do it myself. Make it redder. Something like that. Or lighter than that, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. It is patterned, but can I be asked, is the question. Can I be asked? She has a medallion of her husband's skin around her neck. She does, yeah. Skin. Don't know. I think I used her own skin tone, but oh no, I used her hair tone. But yeah, it could be her husband's skin. Imagine if she carried a medallion of her own hair around her neck. I feel like there's not much more to add there. Like, yeah, like I say, it is patterned, but I don't know if I want to. I think if I put dots all over it, it'll just look silly. Like it won't even look good bad. It'll just look bad. So now we go for the old shading. Pop it down to 30 odd percent, something like that. Pure black. 50% hardness. And then just start throwing some shade in there. Maybe shade his whole neck. Does that? I don't know if that'll work like that, but I'm doing it. I've done it. Shade in the groove of this thing and on the outside of his nose lines. Colour in his lips, just to make them a slightly different colour. You know the drill by now. Something like that. I'm kind of just shading everything. As my geography teacher used to say at school, if you highlight everything, you highlight nothing. But hey, she isn't a YouTuber, so what the flip does she know? She's a geography teacher, which arguably is far more useful to society than being a YouTuber. She adds a lot more to society than I do, and she was a nice lady, and teachers don't get paid enough, and she had to train a lot longer than I did. I didn't really have to train at all. I just learned how to edit in my bedroom. For some reason now, whenever I change the size of my brush, Windows is like, what are you doing, Peter, please? But hey, you can't stop me. So he's casting a shadow on her. Let's give her some neck. Collar shade, skin medallion shade, trim shade. And that's kind of it for her. Maybe her hair is shading on her own face. Yeah, really just sink those eyeballs into her face like that. I don't know. I think I'm really geography teaching this up. I'm highlighting everything. I'm low lighting everything, which means I'm low lighting nothing. But yeah, I think that's there. I think we're both going to be both. I say both. I mean all. I think we're all going to be absolutely terrified when we flip this round. Question is everyone ready for that? I know I am. Brace yourselves, I would suggest, particularly with this woman. This might honestly be the scariest thing I've ever drawn, but only time will tell. So, ladies and gentlemen, American Gothic, upside down. Oh, steady now. Let's get all these layers. Ladies and gentlemen, American Gothic. The right way up. Or the wrong way up, depending on which way you want to think about it. Oh. There's so much wrong with it. Look, I've done this as well. That's gone up like that. I got confused. It's meant to go down like that. I think that's partly why I struggled with the collar so much, because I was trying to... He's like the worst Wallace ever. The bridge of his glasses seems like really low compared to the rest of the rims. And she's just like an angry spoon. She looks like a flipping Star Wars character. She's like a Kaminoan or something. She's like Yariel Poof. You can't say that. His body proportions are all over the place as well. Like how like body-ish he is. And he's just got a head perched up there. I mean, they both are like that. Good Christ. Yariel Linear, sorry, you're absolutely right. What is happening here? Why is she just like an egg on top of an egg? What in the name of Christ has happened? Oh. Look at that side by side though. Oops, oh, it's flipped around again, my mistake. No. Photoshop, you piece of shop. Do behave. Hang on, let me zoom in a bit and then... There, right. Do that. Flip it around. I'm going to hell. I think that's pretty bang on. Who does this man look like? He doesn't look like Wallace. He looks like Norris Cole from Coronation Street. There's a reference that only a small portion of the audience will understand. Or, yeah, maybe Norris. Is that who he looks like? Wow, brilliant. Well, I'm going to save that for some reason. What did I save? Oh, I did save it as a JPEG. Okay. Gothic art. Good. So that's saved. Now I see it side by side. I can say this is pretty bang on. Says Forgotten Media. Right. So Stephen Merchant. He does have a bit of a look of maybe Stephen Merchant's dad or something. Mr. Mackey. He looks like Mr. Mackey. I'm not sure who that is. I've heard of Mr. Mackey, but I can't think. Oh, from South Park. Okay. Yeah, maybe. So what I'm going to do is... Thank you, Charlie Von Karma, for subscribing. Good evening, TP. Hope you're well. I'm enjoying this cursed art. Don't have time to do art myself tonight as I'm home visiting family, but I cannot wait to see everyone else's. Thank you again for these streams. I always look forward to them. It's a Norris-Stephen Merchant hybrid, says Dan Lockie. Yeah, that's possible. He's slightly pallid as well. Like, there's a bit of like kind of greyness to this skin tone. You can just see it's not quite... Maybe on stream it is, but certainly on my monitor, I've got different monitors, and the OBS one looks better, but the one I've been using, it just looks a little bit washed out and sickly. I mean, this is just I've not commented enough on how horrific she looks, but because there are no words, you know, she's just like a spoon brought here by extraterrestrials. Good Christ. He is like a young Norris because his hair looks a bit brown from a distance when you scroll out. It's like he's got colour in his hair still. But in fact, he looks a little bit like my primary school teacher, Mr. Aston, who was a lovely man. But he looked a bit like this. Mr. Aston, if you're watching, sorry about that. That's a rude thing to say. I'm going to go to the toilet, and while I'm there, I would like you all to hashtag TJArt on Twitter, a upside down and right way up version.
Them, but I heart you, Peter. High part.
Whoa. Hashtag TJArt, it's up there. Please tweet your submissions for today. We'll see the upside down version and then the right way up version. If you can specify the order, maybe upside down first and then right way up second. But they'll both be visible, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, good. So do that while I go and have a quick pisk. Prismatic Controller, thank you for 190 bits and for your kind words. Don't tell Ben, but I heart you, Peter. Heart. Well, thank you very much. I heart you too, Prismatic Controller, and I heart your bits. Right, hashtag TJR, everyone. I'm going to leave the room, and I'm going to go and use Ashton's bathroom. Ashton Bath use. I'll leave you in the capable hands, actually, of Emma, who will be listening in to everything you're saying. She's got the headphones on, so be nice. The mods will take care of the chat while I'm gone. Sorry, microphone coming off. Scrumpful. There we go. So I'll pop that on Emma's leg. And I'll be back in a rolly mode. Hello. You've caught me coming back from taking a pee. You can get this Sports Time hoodie available on the shop. TripleJump /shop. You can get the t-shirt as well. If you can see that. Can't really. I'm still picture in picture. Right, I'm back with you. Peter, I forgot to add the second picture in my tweet, so it's in the replies to my tweet, says Stephen Skoders. Okay, no problem. If anyone has forgotten to add the second picture to your tweet, please do the same. Pop it in the replies, and we will deal with it. So, hashtag TJArt. TJART. I'm going to pop it on latest. I know you guys can't see it yet. I've not forgotten, but I'm just going to scroll down to the right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So, here we go. Let me just drag that over there. So that's where we were before. Here we have me with my pet duck as part of my graduation last month. Well, that is wonderful art. Can't tell if it's actual artwork or if it's just a filter that's been applied. I feel like it could be a filter, or like an app that just transforms it, but I could be wrong. I did not know you had a pet duck, Cameron J. Keywood. That is excellent. I've always wanted a pet duck, and maybe one day I will have one. Prime Minister's trending. Has he gone? That'd be nice. Oh, Matt Smith's trending. Okay, so I thought maybe a character would be easier to draw upside down. It wasn't. So there we have upside down Tigger. Bouncing upside down is what Tiggers do best, after all. And over here, we have Tigger. I mean, that looks great to me. I think the only thing is, it sort of feels like his legs are maybe a bit upside downy, or like not, you know, like how I've not done everything upside down, but I've like I did this by accident, you know, like there's just certain things when you look at these pictures where you're like, oh yeah, see, that's because you were confused by the perspective. Much like Mona's face and head facing the wrong directions. Yeah, I don't know if maybe that's the only thing that like, but even then, it's pretty good. The face is spot on. Well done, Donna. I would say that is wonderful. Yeah, his feet are the wrong way, Donna says. Okay, that's good to know it's not just me. It's tricky, isn't it, drawing upside down? Isn't it hard? But that is above and beyond, miles better than anything I've drawn today. Oh wow. I sort of don't want to like do the reveal until I have like read things, but it's not really going to be going to be possible. Somebody once told me, I'm actually a little offended that this looks better than a lot of my art I've drawn the right side up. Tried a new shading method too. That looks pretty much spot on, really, the right way up. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that, to be honest. It looks way weirder upside down. It looks like it's going to be really bad, or like, really weird. And then when you flip it round, it looks fine. So well done, Mr. Black. You've done an excellent job, and I like the shading too. Yeah, keep that up. This was not easy, says Carrie. We've got an upside down Maleficent with Raven, and that is bang on. You might think maybe it wasn't easy for you, but it wasn't easy to get it perfect, which is exactly what you did. So well done. Oh, I see. Hang on. I see. This is the source image that you used. I did wonder why it like started sketchy like this and then turned up like that, but you've got your signature on it as well. So this is how it looked, but I still suspect it's going to look right. And that's how it came out. Yeah, see? That, I mean, I'm now trying to compare it to like to this rather than this. I mean, that just on its own looks bang on to me. But then when you also compare it to this, is something pointing the wrong way? Her horns. Well, I mean, technically they flick upwards, and these flick downwards at the top. But like that's kind of it. I mean, there's not really anything on there that doesn't look right. You just maybe posed it slightly differently. That's very impressive work, Carrie. I think you'll find that the tips of her horns are supposed to point upwards, not downwards. I hope Carrie got fired for that blunder. Well done, Carrie. That's amazing work. Well done. This is the right way up, and this is upside down. Or is this upside down? That's right way up. No one will know, but they both look fantastic. So, it's NSPCC, so let's maybe stop making light of that. They keep children safe, and you can contact the NSPCC if they are needed. They are a great charity. My upside down art, my source image was you and Emma sat down doing an art. So here is the upside down picture, and then when Stephen flipped it the right way up, it came out like that. There you go. So we've got, hang on, so that is, yes, that is flipping Dick and Brian. We've got TripleJump. Oh, did you have to do the text upside down as well? That's tricky. Maybe you did. That's impressive. If you managed to do that upside down, that's not easy to do. And I guess because you've gone like relatively minimal on facial expression, it can only go so wrong, and it didn't go too wrong here. So you've done well there, Stephen. Yeah, you got away with it, I think. Oh boy. So in honor of hashtag TJArt, which for those of you who don't know is occasionally has some Tom Jones artwork on it. So we share this hashtag with a primary school and Tom Jones fan artists. This is some interesting coloration on Tom Jones. I've not seen him with, because now he's like grey, white, isn't he? Because he doesn't, I don't know if this was natural or if he used to dye it for a time. But anyway, he doesn't look like this anymore. And it's been that long now since I've seen him with like dark hair that this looks weird, even though obviously this is just what he used to look like. This is a very normal picture of Tom Jones. So this is by Adi Pramana. We had the upside down. Okay, doesn't look like it's going to be too bad until... Well, no, I mean, that could be a lot worse. That could be way worse. I didn't know how that would come out when it flipped round, but I mean, yeah, I've seen far worse than that. Maybe this upward sideburn is kind of interesting, and I don't know, it's like the mouth higher than you'd expect in his. No, it's not really. He's got quite a way. It's a way down to his goatee. So you've done all right there, I would say. Well done, Addy. I'm impressed. Cameron Keywood. I didn't do upside down art, but just let the creativity flow. Introducing the Neon Dog Task Force, consisting of Kinda Chilly Peter Austin, Gurn Daddy, Mona Lama, and Darth Borka, displayed in the National, I'm assuming, Museum of Jumptopia. Here we are. That's me. That's Lolly Llama. What is oh, because he's gurning. So that's Gurn Daddy and Darth Borka. Wow, that's fascinating. Neon Dog Task Force. Some of this is lost on me completely, but I understand this bit. I get that. I know who that is and what it's referencing. Lord Brotovich says, yes, the famous Pumuckl und Meister Ada in the Mountains painting. Looks even better upside down. I won't be able to sleep tonight, thanks. So, this is the original. He's singing. There's Pumuckl. Here's the upside down. Oh no. That looks like it might be really bad when we flip it. I didn't properly look at the preview, so I don't know what to expect. Oh boy, there he is. We've got some interesting like collar action going on as well. The proportions are all right. You've done a pretty good job there. Pumuckl looks fine. That's a better Pumuckl than I could draw the right way up, so well done. But this is, yeah, the eyes level with the bottom of the nose. That's, you know, you're doing something. You're doing something there. Wow. Oh, that just looks. You just know from that it's not going to be. It's not going to be great, is it? Brilliant. Well done, Nicholas. I'm very impressed. Donna I did the first one too quick, so I had time to do another. Oh, good. So this is someone from the back. So no risk of terrible facial expressions going wrong, but you can always end up doing like dodgy proportions and stuff. It's easily done with this upside down drawing. But that, again, is far better than I could do the right way up. So well done, Donna. With that, I'm a big fan of that, actually. That's a really nice, just sort of composition. You know, just angle and pose and whatever, and with the rain. That's really nice. I like that. It's a good choice of subject, I guess is what I'm saying there. Big fan. Is that self-portrait? What is that? Is that anyone in particular? Let us know. Oh, this is clever. So we've got an online Sphinx. I swear I drew everything up to his shoulders upside down, but I gave in. Note the crazy arm, crazy long arm. I'm not really looking at what's in the bottom right. I'm saving it for the big screen. Crazy long arm and huge feet. His facial expression is the same as mine when I saw Peter's American Gothic. So that's him upside down, but he's upside down, so he's the right way up. That arm is quite long, isn't it? That is a long arm there. What was wrong with the feet? Huge feet. I suppose they're quite big, but yeah, it's just, I suppose it's only the arm really that, and it doesn't look as bad from that way. I don't think. Maybe it looks a little bit funny, but for some reason, when you flip it round, this arm just goes all the way up his body. It's the full length of his like torso and legs. Brilliant. Well done. Big fan of that. Online Sphinx. Well done. Isabel sketch. Re-uploaded, did that say? Re-upload, yeah. So here's your source. And this was Carrie. Here's what Carrie did based on the source. And we ended up with, so keep this in mind, this is what she's aiming for. See, that's pretty good again. You know, it's these like angles are like throwing people off, like the directions of like limbs and things, but it's so difficult. You're like having to flip some stuff, but not everything, because some of it is like mirrored and some of it isn't, and that is great. That just looks like, all that looks like is that you've gone for a different pose, a slightly different pose to, I mean, even then, actually. I say that. She's just like slightly more curved. I'm saying Yeah, like that's just like standing up slightly straighter, and that's it. Like you've no like hands the wrong way around, or like seeing the underside of something, but also being able to see the top side, or that's easily done. But you've done an excellent job here. I'll give it a refresh in case anyone else has submitted, but I think we're all done. So, and that perfectly actually brings us to 7:30. So that is the end of the stream. If anyone else has any more to add, do send it through in the next couple of minutes, and I can bring the screen up again and we can have a look. But hashtag TJArt, last few moments to submit your side-by-sides. Thank you, everyone. I've had a lovely time doing another art stream. This turned out far more haunting than I expected. Let's just go back to... Oh, it's 420 again, everyone. There she is, with the biggest arm in the world, the smallest arm in the world, the face that goes the wrong way. What would happen if I... Let me just merge this together. In case anyone isn't sure exactly what I'm getting at here with the face thing. This isn't going to flip perfectly because I'm going to accidentally catch little bits of her face and stuff, but this is immediately going to make it look better. I mean, I say that, but... Like, angle-wise, that looks better. Hang on, there's one cleaner way to do this. Okay, if I copy that, paste it over the top, and then here, if I grab the eyedropper, grab a brush, no, stop, just hide that for a minute. Just see what it looks like if you do it properly, if you do a cleaner flip. Well, I've slightly oranged up her eyes because I've painted over some white that was behind them, but if we flip horizontal, oh, it's so scary. The loose face that can be moved at will. You know, something like that. I mean, that at least fixes the angle issue. Do you know what I mean? Sort of. I mean, it doesn't really. I think it's also this break in her chin and neck. And in a way, that's a whole different nightmare, isn't it, actually? I was like, let me show you what I mean. This will fix it. God, I think I prefer that. That's less scary. Anyway, so yeah, this turned out more haunting than I expected. Both this and... Oh, I keep forgetting about his wife. She's so horrid. He's not great. But then you come over here. Oh. We have 1 million more units on the way, she says. Fantastic. Anyway, yeah, so that went well, didn't it? Thank you, everyone, for your submissions. I'm going to have one final refresh, and then I'll wrap up the stream. Have a look at TJArt, see if anyone else has sent anything in. No, that's it. Okay, cool. So that's your lot for today. Thank you all for engaging in today's art stream. Remember, you can do some more upside-down drawing at home or whatever you wish, and we'll submit it, and you can submit it to the gallery next month. The next art stream will be my second stream of the month, as usual, unless there is some reason for that not to be taking place. I'm getting married soon, ish, and I might be having bits of time off.
Thanks for the art stream, Peter. This was loads of fun. Hope you have a great rest of your night.
Yeah, getting married soon, and I'm having bits of time off probably to like sort things out and have some, because I'm not getting married in Newcastle, so I will be venturing further afield and potentially staying over in places so that I can sort stuff, which might mean that might be the odd Monday where I'm not in or something, but I will stream. Like maybe swap streams where possible if I'm going to be away. I might not be away on any Mondays, but I'm just warning you that in the next few weeks I may be around a little less, and it may or may not affect my streams. As I say, it may not affect my streams at all. Who's to say? But yeah, next week I will hopefully be streaming some Lego Star Wars. My data didn't get saved onto the console, so I need to play through episode 1 again and get us back up to where we were.
Thanks for the stream, Peter.
Thank you to Mr. Black for 200 bits and for modding as well, of course. Likewise, Trialing Badger and Lobrotovich, thank you for modding. You do an excellent job. Fortunately, we have a nice enough crowd, don't we, that not a lot of modding is required, but thank you for the bits. And we've got a list on the channel as well. Trialing Badger has put a link there in the chat. Thank you, Stephen, for 100 bits. Thanks for the art stream, Peter. It was loads of fun. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Me too. I'm looking forward to going home, actually. I'm quite tired. You can get us on Cameo now. Head to TripleJump.com/Cameo to get cameos from any one of us. You can head to the store and buy our stuff. The store apparently was like down today and it was showing broken links, but we'll work on that. And that is about it. Yeah, there's an Ashton list on the channel, so you can go and have a look at that. But yeah, I'll be doing a Star Wars stream next week, and hopefully we'll be all caught up to where we were on episode 1. And if I don't find the time to do that this week, then what I'll probably just do is start a different trilogy, start like A New Hope or something, and we'll always get back to episode 1 if we have to. So whatever happens, we'll have a bit of Star Wars next week for sure. Excellent. Right. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And actually, I'm going to do a raid because I sometimes forget. But I am going to raid. Who's live? We've got Rach. Rach is live. Ravs is live playing Majora's Mask. I don't think I've ever raided Ravs, but we could do that. We could raid Ravs. What's Rach playing? Elden Ring. Okay. And she's just chatting at the moment, so that might mean she's just started. So that would be better actually, because there've been a few times where I've like raided people and then they're just finishing up. So don't Rach quit. Excellent. Jump in the raid if you so wish. Say hello to Rach from Triple Jump. I've got to go home now, so I won't be able to join you, but I hope you enjoy Elden Ring /chatting. And there we go. One of my long rambling outros to a stream, but we made it. We made it in the end. Right, go and say hi to Rach, everyone, from me, and enjoy the rest of your Monday. Okay then, bye-bye. Bye-bye now.